Alrighty, good morning, my friends. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. Welcome back to another morning here on the market, another episode of Walk to 100. This is episode 9, and as of today, my portfolio is officially sitting at an all-time high. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. I've got quite a few dividend payments that I want to show you guys today that came in yesterday, and let me actually slow this down. And we've got a couple tidbits to talk about as it pertains to the rest of the market, to the world of dividend investing. But before we get into any of that, guys, we got to check the count. So let me know in the live chat real quick what you think, how many calories deep you think we are today. And remember, the rule is can't stop streaming till I hit 100 calories. That's part of the name Walk to 100. We've got to hit 100 calories. So let me know in the live chat real quick what you think the count is, how many calories deep we are today. Let me give you some quick stats, okay? So where do we start here? So I've been walking for about 42 and a half minutes, okay? I've gone 1.64 miles and have gone about 4,200 steps. So based on that, how many calories deep do you think we are so far? I'm curious to know. Okay, Raheem says 91. Dave says 84. What else we got here? Tortoise says 90. Rob says 89. All really good guesses. Luis 91. Svetlin 77. Renee 88. Thomas 89. I got to give a shout out to Norman. Always so encouraging. Thank you, Norman. Maybe we'll get one or two guesses in here, then I'll make the big reveal. Okay. Ma says 86. Collis says 68. Well, my friends, who was it? If we go up here, it was Dave was the closest because I'm at 85 calories. So Dave was the closest, like 1 calorie short with 84. So good guess, Dave. And let me scroll up in the chat real quick and just say good morning to all you guys. I see Luis, I see Tara, whose birthday is today. So Tara, happy birthday. If you guys want to send her lots of money, she promises to invest it well. Nice. Well, happy birthday. I hope you have a really good day. And I'm honored that you chose to spend the morning of your birthday here with us talking about dividend stocks. So, oh, and awesome, Kevin. This is first time listening, first time watching live. Kevin, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy this. And for those of you who this is your first time tuning into this Walk to 100 thing, I started this at the beginning of November. I do it Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So same time, same place during the weekday. As long as the market's open, we pretty much are doing this stream. Now, I don't know if I'll extend it through the month of November. When I first started doing this, I just told myself I'll just try it, see how it goes for this first month and kind of go from there. So we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, I'm stoked to have all you guys tune in with me today. Svetlin also, first like is for me today. Well, thank you. But anyway, let's scroll down. I want to show you guys what's happening in my portfolio. And I also want to hear about yours. So real quick in the live chat, let me know what's going on in your portfolio. Are you up today? Are you down today? What's your best and worst performer? Let me know some of those things in the live chat or in the comments below if you're watching the replay. I want to hear from you guys. And real quick, let's jump over. I want to show you what's happening in my portfolio. Then we'll take a look around the rest of the market because we've got quite a few things to go through in the portfolio this morning. So like I said, kicking it off, looking at my dividend portfolio tracking spreadsheet here, which you can start using for free. There is a link to download the spreadsheet in the description of the video. And also along with that, you guys see I'm walking here. We're getting those calories burned. If you guys want to check out my treadmill that I'm using, it's in the link. The link to it's in the description as well. Super portable treadmill. You can pretty much put this anywhere in your house. I have it here at my standing desk. Sometimes I'll put it in my living room, sometimes in the bedroom as I'm watching TV. You could pretty much put it anywhere. So if you want to get some calories burned, get some steps in when you're at home, this is a good way to do it, I think. But anyway, going back over here to the spreadsheet, looking at the market value, guys, we're sitting at $55,554.22, which once again is an all-time high. And I feel like it was just the other week, maybe like a month ago, actually, that this portfolio was just breaking $50,000 in total value. So, guys, we are halfway to 60K. That happened in no time. And that walk to 100, because this is the other portion of the stream, walking to $100,000 in the portfolio, doing it step by step. It's starting to become more like a little trot. It's not quite at a gallop yet, but we are trotting to 100K in the portfolio, making some really great strides lately. Whether or not that will keep up, whether or not that will persist, I'm not sure. time will tell, but I'm not going to be mad about making money in the meantime. So anyway, going back over here, like I said, all-time high. That feels really good. As far as the annual dividend income, we're sitting at $2,457.65. Once again, I feel like it was just the other week that I was telling you guys how I was bringing in, $2,400 of annual dividend income. So making some really great strides in this department as well. And excuse me, yesterday had quite a few dividend payments come in. I think I had 4 or 5, and we're just going to run through the list here. So scrolling over, AbbVie, I got a payment yesterday from AbbVie, and let me actually pull it up on my phone so I know which ones I'm referencing. So yeah, AbbVie, $14.88 came in yesterday. You guys have seen this EPD payment and the JEPI payment. You've seen Lowe's. I got one from Main Street for $9.23. I got one from Realty Income, $16.67, my largest dividend payment ever from Realty Income. And then I also got a nice whopping $24.50 from Procter & Gamble, one of my favorite companies, certainly my favorite dividend king, and this is also one of the largest positions I own. But if we scroll over here, this puts me at a total of $191.13 for the month. And I think I showed you guys already. I think I showed you yesterday. I should have another like 160 coming in today from Apple. And then next week should be a pretty decent month of income as well. Or next week should be another decent week of income, excuse me. So we're definitely going to break 200 this month. It's going to be a new record. I think, like according to Charles Schwab, actually, if we just go over here, let me tell you exactly how much I'm anticipating I'll be bringing in. So just in the month of November, guys, it's looking like, let's see, it's looking like about $236. So that's going to be a record by quite a bit. So I'm happy to see what it ends up being. That might not be exact, but $236 without having to lift a finger. That's pretty. I'm not going to retire off that by any means, but man, that's still pretty dang cool. That's a few date nights. That's pretty much like my entire month's worth of groceries paid for right there. So yeah, definitely not going to complain about that. But anyway, that's what's going on in my portfolio, guys. Really good stuff. It's been a really solid week. And then let me see what you guys have to say. So in your portfolio, Rob is down today, only 0.08%. Best is Macy's up 9%, worst is Walmart down 7% almost. And we're going to take a look at that because those are, we got some pretty big swings on the market today. And I'll also show you what my best and worst performers are for the day as well. Because there, there is one company that I want to talk about a little bit. JL says, I'm down today. Still plenty of stocks that I need a dollar cost average. Terra's down a teeny bit, 0.07% overall. Collis down 1.2%, but picked up 5 shares of CSWC. Oh, there you go. My daughter is up a 20th of a percent. Today, the 16-year-old is beating me. Well, it happens. It happens. Luis down 0.54% right now. Okay. Well, with that, guys, sounds like a lot of you guys are in the red. That's kind of surprising to me. But anyway, let me show you what some of my best and worst performers are. And one of these stocks is one that I talked about in yesterday's video, which hopefully you guys checked out. Hopefully you guys watched. But yeah, let's jump over to the screen. We're going to look here at Seeking Alpha. So my best performer for the day is Williams-Sonoma. And this is very quickly becoming overall one of the best performing stocks in my portfolio. And if I want to, we can go over to the spreadsheet real quick. Let's see how much I'm up with this bad boy, actually. So Williams-Sonoma, right down here. Okay, 18 shares. My average cost is $133. So right now I'm up about almost 28%. So that's looking really good. Nice $600, closer to $700 gain with this one position. So very happy about that. But anyway, that's my best performer for the day. Intel is also looking pretty good here, as we can see, up another 4%. And yesterday I was so excited because Intel had officially hit $40 per share again. And now it's up to $42.31, which if we go back over to my spreadsheet, really doesn't put me at too much of a loss anymore. I'm only down 4.6%. And if you guys saw yesterday's video, like I said, you'll know that Intel was one that I was talking about selling out of. And I plan to do that at some point. With all of the stocks that I talked about yesterday, I don't have an exact timeline for when I'll sell them. JEPI, honestly, I could sell that at any time, and I'll definitely be selling that one sooner than later. That one's first on the chopping block. But Intel, I'm pretty confident that if I just continue to hold on to it for the time being. I don't know exactly how much longer, but by the looks of it, how it's been moving, I'll be back in the green here any day now. We just need another day like this, couple days like this, another 4% gain. If I gain, well, what was it? It was 4.6%. If I recover that, which is not going to be hard to do, I'm back in the green with Intel. And depending on what it does from there, I might just continue to hold on to it a little bit longer and squeeze out a bit more profit before deciding to let it go. But long story short, and I feel pretty certain that I'll end up selling this one for a positive return whenever I do decide to sell. Now, AT&T and Verizon, which were the other two stocks that I was talking about, not so sure about those. Optimism is not abundant with those. So we'll see what happens. But let's see. Let's go take a look at the rest of the market, guys, and see what's happening. We talked about a moment ago Macy's and Walmart seeing some pretty big swings. On the plus side, Macy's is up 9%. Okay, and they posted some really strong earnings, it looks like. Well, kind of interesting earnings, actually. They beat on both the top and the bottom line, as we'll see right here. We're going to open this up. They beat on both the top and the bottom line, but still revenue was down 7% year over year. So they are seeing a bit of a decline in sales. So, I mean, I guess take that how you want it, but overall the market seemed to like this. Excuse me. And also with Macy's, I think they reported, this is why they soared. So Macy's soars after margins, inventory management improves in Q3. So that explains the big 9% jump for the day. And if we go back over here, I mean, we see some other ones that are doing okay. We already talked about Williams-Sonoma. Humana's up 2%. What's this company? Selective Insurance Group up 2%. Allstate 2%. And if we take a look at the worst performers so far today, wait for it to change here. Sorry about that. So as far as the worst performers go, we've got Arbor Realty Trust down 7.5%. And as far as I can tell, there's been no new news with ABR. I'm not sure exactly why they're seeing such a substantial drop today, but 7.5%, very substantial decline. And then Walmart's down about 7% as well, and they also reported earnings. And if we take a look at this, I actually think they did pretty well. So yeah, they beat on both the top and bottom line, and they also raised their guidance for the full year and for, both on the top and bottom line, they raised their guidance, it looks like. But here we go. So this is why they fell so much. So Walmart falls after full year profit outlook lands short of expectations. So in their earnings call, I think they issued some negative sentiment on their expectations for the consumer moving forward. I think they are anticipating that things are going to get a little tough and people might not be as eager to spend money. And it says that right here. Walmart rattles retail sector with warning on consumer spending. Excuse me. So they're a little bit doom and gloom despite putting up some really strong numbers. Sorry guys, one sec. Trying to do like three things at once here. So they were kind of doom and gloom. We're not very bullish on the short-term future for consumer spending, hence the 7% drop. But Walmart's a beast of a company. I think we can all agree that Walmart's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So one might look at this as a buying opportunity, but still, the company's up 7% so far in the last year. Just year to date, they're up 10%. So overall, they're still seeing a pretty big gain this year. But let me jump over to see what you guys have to say in the live chat. So Mark, 14% up on my ETFs. Okay, Miguel says, my best performer is officially Williams-Sonoma, up 52%. Let's see. Kevin, I'm now break even today. Good job. Biggest gainer is Microsoft and biggest loser is EOG. Then Michael says, this is ABR's ex-dividend date. That's why they dropped so much. Okay, that makes sense then. Man, that's such a crazy drop. Raheem says, did you hear that Alibaba is issuing a dividend? No, I did not. Let's take a look at that real quick. So over here on Seeking Alpha, I'm going to type in Baba. I don't know what that was. Okay, here we go. Declares a $1 annual dividend. Wow. 1.15% yield. What do the comments say? The punchline to this announcement is the stock is down 9% pre-market. Sounds like great news, but it's not. It's actually a way to enrich the CCP. Uh-oh. Like many shareholders, I didn't sign up for dividends, but they found a way to force it on me and have the CCP take 25% of that, which will devalue the company. Okay. to crash and crash. Wow. Company is a rocket ship fueling up. I expect great things. Wow. This just goes to show, like in any situation, any scenario, literally anything that happens as it pertains to any given company, it's always going to have, like, there's always two sides to every story. And I think that just speaks to the importance of, number one, being objective and being able to see both sides and trying to understand both sides of whatever the story is. But also, number two, discerning for yourself what you think the best course of action is from that point forward. You can't borrow other people's convictions. You can't read these comments, and you can agree with certain things, I suppose, but you can't use other people's opinions as the basis for your own, investment thoughts, I suppose. Which is easier said than done, I know. Like, there's just so much information, so many different opinions out there, so many things to read and watch and listen to, that it's hard to not let all that have an impact on you. But just take it all with a grain of salt. So Quant says, tuning in 2 consecutive days. Love the series. You've inspired me to get an under the desk treadmill. I love to hear that. That's awesome. That's great. That's what I want to do. Like, this is such an easy thing to do. Just put it up at your desk, or, even if, like I said, if you just put it in the living room and you're used to, reading about stock stuff, maybe you scroll some Seeking Alpha articles on your phone, or maybe you watch YouTube in front of the TV. This treadmill is such an easy thing to implement in whatever it is you're doing. And so it's a good way to, like I said, a good way to burn some calories. And all it takes is 100 calories a day. It's a great place to start. Just get into a positive habit of doing something like this. Get your steps in, get a little bit of calories burned. And just like with investing, like those small incremental changes, the small incremental progress will compound on itself over time. That's really what it's all about. So many similarities between, burning calories and health and fitness and investing. Too many similarities. Adon says, are you going to buy Disney? They offer a dividend at the end of the year. No, I don't have any plans to buy Disney. That's a really good question. I don't have any plans to buy Disney. Obviously, it's one of the world's most recognizable brands, world's most recognizable companies. But I don't know. I still think they're struggling in a lot of ways. It seems like the parks are doing really well. That is the one thing. I wrote about this in the newsletter quite a while back, which, by the way, guys, I put out a newsletter this morning. Hopefully you guys read it. Hopefully you got it delivered to your inbox. But the thing about Disney, and I was at Disneyland a few months ago over the summer, and as I was walking through the park, I just remember seeing how adults, like full grown individuals with jobs and careers and 401ks, I'm obviously at a loss for words. It's crazy to me how insane people get at Disneyland. I'm sure it's amplified at Disney World, which is more behemoth of a park, a greater behemoth. But people are insane. Full-grown men with beards and 401ks, like I said, chasing after Cinderella down Main Street. Going on. I mean, I'm complicit in this too. Standing in line for hours to go on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's just, there's no place like it. There's no place like Disneyland. And so, but anyway, I think that speaks to the hold and the strength of the brand and the company and its assets. All the media, because that's what people go so crazy for, you know what I mean? And at this point, it's been around long enough that a lot of the people that go, a lot of these adults, they grew up on this stuff. And there's just no place like it. So, It is an interesting company, and when I think about Disney as an attractive investment, that's what I think about, just how hooked they are into their customers. And there's some other companies like that we can think of. I think Starbucks, maybe not to the same extent, but I think Starbucks is like that in a way as well. But yeah, so I don't have any serious plans to invest in Disney, but especially because I don't think, last time I looked, I don't think the financials were that great. And I think they're having some outside of the parks. I think they're having some serious problems with streaming and trying to get that right. And I think that's going to end up being a really tough aspect of their business. I think that's going to be a really hard thing. It's just it's getting to the point where it's so fragmented. And we knew this would be the case. It's so fragmented. It's so, it's just there's too many streaming services now. So we'll see. Like if there was some consolidation and they were able to scoop up some of these other streaming platforms, then maybe it would be a different story in my mind. But for now, I'm not ready to invest in Disney, even though they plan to bring back the dividend. And then what about Vici? That's one that I think about too. Obviously, I live here in Las Vegas, and you know, once again, like Disneyland, there's no place like Las Vegas. And I don't know. Vici's one that I keep in the back of my mind, but I just, based on how my portfolio's set up right now, I'm not sure that I want to add any more real estate investment trusts. I like the idea of owning a piece of the strip. Like that sounds exciting to me. But I think something like Realty Income is going to be, which also now has exposure to the strip. And the Bellagio's like, in my opinion, one of the most premier properties on the strip. Bellagio, Caesars, Wynn, Venetian. I just think those are like the top. And I know Vici has some of those other ones, but I don't know. I just think I'd rather invest more into something like Realty Income, even though the growth rate from Vici is greater. I've got other stocks in my portfolio that have good growth prospects, so I can add to those and still get my REIT exposure from something like Realty Income or WP Carry. But we'll see. Never say never. Like I said, I like the idea of investing in Vici. I just don't know if I need another real estate investment trust. Excuse me. Um, let's see. James says, "Love the channel, Ryan. My portfolio total worth is always neck and neck with yours. My portfolio is at an all-time high, 54,361. That's awesome. There's a couple of you guys out there uh, who've told me like, yeah, I'm racing you. Like we're kind of neck and neck. So it's been fun to keep up with your portfolio because we're kind of, at the same spot. And I think that's really fun too. Just, I guess we're kind of like unofficially racing to that 100K. So James, I'll see you at the top, my friend. So, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is a good question. Mark says you said yesterday you are chopping 4 stocks. I did. Are you going to lump sum or dollar cost average into new or current stocks? So if I sell, I'll probably chop them off, bid them adieu piece by piece, one by one. With Jeppy, I believe being the first to go. And once I sell Jeppy, I'll just lump sum into some other positions in my portfolio. I have in mind, I think, how I'd like to do that. I'll I'll keep that to myself for now because I that might change when I do actually pull the trigger. So, but yeah, I think I'll lump some. And then as far as new positions go, I've got some that I have my eye on, none that I'm ready to actually pull the trigger on. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. Kyle said, first time watching these live. Just started investing in October, up to $5,700 already. Wow, in a month. That's crazy. Primarily dipped into SCHD, Jeppy, and Realty Income. What are your thoughts on Tesla and the new QQQY? I don't really have any serious thoughts on either of them, to be honest, Kyle. Tesla is one that, yeah, I just don't really have any serious thoughts on it. I think it's worked out well for some individuals. It's one that if you're going to buy, I think you've got to time it right. Really have to time it right, both your entry and your exit. The new QQQY, I know nothing about it. I haven't looked at it, so I can't really speak on it. Let's see. Yeah, I see you guys talking about Disneyland. This is funny. I tune in and within one sentence I can tell you're talking about Starbucks. Barely. I said you must have like joined at the right time because I barely had talked about Starbucks, like one or two sentences. I was actually talking about Disney. So Kevin here says, I sold some positions over the past few days. My cash position is about 6.7% of the portfolio. Should I reinvest this now or wait for a pullback since I'm getting 5% interest on the cash? This is a good question. I think it depends on what you'd want to invest in. If you see some attractive opportunities in your portfolio right now, and obviously, Kevin, like I don't need to tell you what to do. It should be the other way around. But I mean, if you see some attractive opportunities in your portfolio, then that you think have greater long-term prospects than the 5% you're getting in cash, then it might make sense just to deploy that money. But at the same time, nothing wrong with generating that 5% interest without any downside risk. So I think it's preferential. I think you go either way, and I have no doubts that whatever you decide to do is going to be the right decision. So, like I said, like I shouldn't be telling you what to do. It should be the other way around. um, let's see. Yeah, be still. This is yeah. Living in Vegas, being a dividend investor, and not investing in Vici is a straight up flex. I know. I don't really know how to explain it, but because I really do like the idea of owning Vici, but um, I don't know. I've already got three real estate investment trusts in my portfolio. I just don't think I need another one. So hypothetically, like if I was to sell out of a real estate investment trust, like let's say, and I don't plan to do this by the way, but let's say I sold WP Carey, or let's say I sold KRC, or even let's say for some reason I decided to sell Realty Income, I'd be much more inclined to consider investing in Vici properties at that point. So hopefully that makes sense. Wow. Excuse me, guys. Gina says, after following you and Professor G, I stopped with credit card spending and went from 25K to 30K in a month. Holy cow. And now investing. Great job, Gina. That's incredible. I'm sure that feels really good. I'm proud of you. So let's see where we're at, guys, because it's 7:26 right now. We've been streaming for 26 minutes. Let's see where we're at. So I've been walking for 68 minutes. Okay. 2.25 miles exactly. Love it. 63, almost 6,400 steps. That's great. And then 115 calories. So we've met our mark for the day, guys. We've met our mark. I'm gonna hit the pause button on this. Just stop right now. We're going to stop that. I got a couple more comments here I want to go through before we wrap it up. So no one leave. We've got a good turnout this morning. 105 people in the chat. 105 people in the stream. And if you're tuning in, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you're enjoying this. I really hope you guys are enjoying this Monday through Friday live stream series. It's been fun. I didn't know how this all would turn out, but it's been a fun thing to do. Mark says, do you, Ryan, to Vici or not to Vici? That is the question. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see, Black Cobra, thank you for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. How do we get visibility on your portfolio? So I don't really have a place where you can view it in real time, but like I can pull up my portfolio for you right now. I mean, you can, if you want to, you can screenshot this. This is let me hide this too. This is my entire Charles Schwab brokerage account. These are all the holdings. You can see the number of shares, average cost per share, all that stuff. If we scroll over here, I'll just give you the full visual. You can see my yield right now, 4.6%. Dividend growth rate about 6.25%. My annual dividend income, according to this, is just over $2,300, just in this one portfolio, which is great. And also, one thing I forgot to mention, guys, is this portfolio, just the Charles Schwab account, is officially over $50,000. This is the first time I've ever seen this portfolio at 50K, and I was talking about it yesterday. Like, if we had one more good day, we'll be at 50K in this portfolio. And that's huge. That feels really cool. I don't know. I just remember, like, if we scroll down, just look how this portfolio has grown over the years. I haven't updated this portion since August, so it's a little bit behind, but look at this trend. This is what it's all about. This is what happens when you're consistent and disciplined and continue to invest, rain or shine, whether the market's up or down. Over time, you'll see a nice slope upward. That's what it's all about. Just 2 years ago, let's see. So November 2021, this portfolio was sitting at 30,000. So it's almost doubled. Well, not quite almost doubled. It's up 66%, just in the last 2 years. And so, a fair amount of that is contributions, but dividend income and also share price returns as well certainly played a role in that. And looking at how the income has trended as well, we're seeing kind of something similar, just a nice upward trajectory. And that's what it's all about. By the end of the month here, we'll have another peak greater than this one. And looks like November is kind of my month of high income. So yeah, it'll be nice. But what else we got here? And Black Cobra says, and nice newsletter article, nice share. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do, do, do. There you go. Jay says, hang in there, Ryan. Market is up this morning. I decided to hold the money, wait for the exuberance to die down. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens from here. So Thomas has been a great convo this morning. Love it. Haven't really checked the calorie count all morning. Thomas, what are you doing over there? Are you walking as well? How are you getting your calories burned today? I'm curious to know. And that goes for all of you guys. Any of you guys who are active right now and getting your steps in or riding your bike or hopping on the Peloton or doing your burpees or your jumping jacks, whatever it is, let me know what you're doing here in the live chat. But yeah, Thomas, this has been a really fun one. It's hit or miss, like every day is different. And but I've really enjoyed today. Yesterday I felt like was a lot of fun as well. Sometimes you're just on and you're ready to go. You know what I mean? It's not always the case. Sometimes, and I was talking to my mom about this yesterday. Sometimes, like when it comes to recording these videos, you guys can't tell because it's edited, but man, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get the words out. It's such a struggle. But I was telling her, like, if that's, when it comes to making these videos and doing this as the job, like it, if that's my biggest problem, then I really have nothing to complain about. So, oh, Thomas says, I'm driving. I'm referring to you not checking the count much. Yeah, no, I think I checked it once at the start and then once at the end, right? So, but with that said, I think this is a pretty good place to wrap it up. We've been going for about 30 minutes now. Really good stream today. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. I feel like there's something before we go. So just kind of a quick reminder. I've talked about it before. I'll be sure to mention it again. But obviously, we're going to be streaming tomorrow morning. We're going to do Walk to 100 episode 10 bright and early tomorrow. We also have the Dividend happy hour tomorrow evening. But then Monday, I'm going to be on vacation Monday and Tuesday. But so Monday we're not going to be streaming. Actually, Wednesday too, I think. I think I'm going to be gone Monday to Wednesday. So guys, Monday will not be streaming. I'll be driving. Tuesday, I'm still planning on streaming. I don't think I'll be walking, but I'm still planning on streaming Tuesday morning, excuse me. So no stream Monday, plan on a stream Tuesday, potentially Wednesday. I got to play that one by ear, but I'll let you know next week. So I just wanted you guys to be prepared. I'll be sure to mention it again tomorrow. But otherwise, guys, that's about all I've got for you. I hope the rest of the day for you guys is as good as it's been so far. I think this is always a really good way to kick off the day. I think it really, at least for me, it helps kind of get it going on the right foot, hanging out with you guys for a few minutes. So thank you once again so much for tuning in, for all the support on the channel, for all the support on these videos. Oh yeah, and then Rob says Thanksgiving no stream, I assume. Yeah, no stream on Thanksgiving for sure. But then Thomas says Dividend happy hour on Black Friday. I'm planning on it. Yeah, I'm planning for a Dividend happy hour next week. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be around to do that. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just let's play it by ear. Maybe my lady and I make some plans. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going to happen next week. So, but yeah, for now, assume that we're going to be doing a Dividend happy hour next Friday, and also assume obviously no stream on Thursday. I think we'll try and stream on Black Friday because I think the markets stream in the morning on Black Friday. I mean, because the market's going to be open, I think, for a little bit. Oh, and one thing, guys, I forgot to show you. You can't really see it, but Peanut, my trusty sidekick, is sleeping in the chair over there. He's been supervising this whole time. Very tired. He had a very, very long night. I think he went out. So, but anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you once again so much for tuning in. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. You guys keep up the good work.